Registering your business name and gathering correct paperwork. This is essential for obvious reasons. Firstly, you need to protect the business name and the business. You need to register it for tax reasons and so it's all kosher, etc. Okay? Now, depending on what sort of establishment you are setting up, it can affect the name of the business when it comes to registering it, and then that in itself will affect the type of paperwork that you need to gather. So for instance, if you're buying or setting up a village pub in England, the name of the pub will normally stay the same depending on who owns it, but the business will normally be named something else. Okay, but like always, I've got 5 key points here that I've put together for you to help you do this easier. Okay, so let's go into it. We have basically, first of all, you need to choose a business structure. So are you a limited company, a trading as business? For it, like if you're a pub, the pub will be named the name of the pub, you know, like the King's Arms, you know. But the limited company name might be something different, you know, like the food group limited, trading as the King's Arms, you know, for instance. So you need to determine what sort of business you're going to be. Now, business structure is business type, so limited, sole trader, public limited company, but it won't be that. I highly doubt it, unless it's a huge chain. But to choose the business structure, then you need to register your business name. So check the availability of your desired business name on Companies House, on GoDaddy, for instance, to check the domain name availability, and register it with the appropriate local state or authorities to secure your branding. So buy the domain name on GoDaddy or somewhere like that. When you've chosen your business structure, whether it's a limited company or what have you, buy and set up that limited company's name so that you've got the domain name and you've got the registered limited company. Okay. Now, obtain licenses and permits. So research and acquire the necessary licenses, permits and certificates required to operate a restaurant in your location, covering health, safety, food handling and alcohol service regulations, etc. So again, this comes down to researching the correct location, the correct premises, the correct lease, etc. I mean, if you are wanting to open just a bar that just does a little bit of food, the amount of food you offer can affect how much alcohol you serve and the times you can serve it, depending on where you are. You know, this is all part of that market research thing again we've spoke about. But to obtain the licenses, it's critical, because you don't want to go down the whole path of buying an establishment, then finding out legally you can't get a license to sell alcohol, for instance, or you can't get a license to play music, live music. You know, again, this is market research. This is in the other section we spoke about. So do in-depth research. Okay, but you should have done that already by now, and if you have, then just do some research, additional research, to acquire the necessary licenses. Tax identification number. So apply for an employee identification number from the IRS and register for state and local with obligations. Depending on what country you're in, it would be different, like legalities, etc. But you need to register your business for paying tax, basically. But once you go through the process of registering your company, it should take you through the whole process online and guide you how to do that. And then just organize business documents. This sounds a bit cliche and a bit patronizing, but you know, the amount of people that I see that don't do this very well, which is basically just get the original paperwork signed and dated. When it comes to leases, for instance, make sure that you've got the signature, the actual signature of the landlord of the premises, and the actual date, and all of the stuff from the solicitors is all done, dated, signed properly. And you want the original copy. Get all this paperwork physically in your hand and file it away somewhere safe. So if you start with those 5 key points, you are going to be on a good road to getting your registration of your business and your paperwork in order. And I'll see you in the next section.